Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we're going to be going over the muscles of the lower extremity. First, hip flexors are going to be part of the femoral nerve. We know the femoral nerves are typically going to be in yellow on our models. This is a left leg, and we know about the navel acronym. You got nerves, then arteries, then veins. These are all femoral: nerve, artery, vein. We have the
That's part of the femoral triangle.
femoral triangle, yes. Now we have the iliopsoas. I'm gonna pronounce it the way it's spelled, iliopsoas. And that's gonna make this base wall that all three of these are laying on. And that's the combination of the iliacus and the psoas. That's the combination.
We can't see that.
We can't see this on this, but the iliac psoas or iliopsoas is what's this resting on.
That's underneath.
That's underneath those triangle. Next, you have the sartorius, which is this muscle right here crossing, and that makes that other angle of the triangle. And there would help you flex your hips. That is making my hip flex.
Okay.
Next, we're going to go to another hip flexor and a knee extender, which are also based off the femoral nerve. We're going to have the quadriceps. As we look at it, the quadriceps, quad, consists of 4 muscles, which are, where'd it go? Oh, it was part of that first one. All this on video, yay. So you're going to have the rectus femoris, which is this big long one on the front. Then you're going to have your vastus lateralis, which is this one because it's on the lateral.
Yes. I'm making sure you can see the foot.
And then the vastus
medialis,
which is on the inside. And then you have the vastus intermedius, which is underneath or deep to the rectus femoris. It's going to be this one right here. And next, you need the tensor fascia latae, which is this big one here on the side. That one there, and this is the IT band. So 13, 19 is that tendon that connects it down. Next, we're going to go for... iliotibial band is a... That's this right here.
Okay.
Number 19.
It's not a muscle.
It's, remember, tendons connect muscles.
So the iliotibial band is a tendon.
Yes. Which connects this muscle, which is our tensor fascia latae, and it's a weak abductor of the hip. Hip adductors, we're going to look at from the medial side, starting on the inside. Great men love
Being
powerful.
Yeah.
We're
Great
going
men
to
love
look
being
being powerful. We're going to start with the G, which is the gracilis. That's great. Next is abductor magnus, great men, which is going to be this one right here, number 28, because you can see it starts from the posterior side, goes underneath to the anterior side. Next, you're going to have your abductor brevis, which great men. Longest. Sorry, the abductor longus. That's 26. The brevis is underneath where you cannot see it, and then the pectineus.
But the brevis would be right here, right?
Yes, the pectineus also lies. Actually, that's the pectineus 25. Great men love being powerful.
Yep.
Now, the gracilis, abductor magnus, abductor longus, abductor brevis are all part of the obturator nerve. Pectineus is not. These are hip adductors. And what's that going to do? It's going to go ahead and close that hip for me.
Pulls your leg in.
Close it in. It adducts.
Okay.
Next, we're going to have knee flexors. Our knee flexors, our knees bend back this way, are going to be in the back. We're going to have I'm going to start down here, biceps femoris, because we know it's on the lateral side. And then you're going to have your semi-tendinosus, which is 30, and 29 right underneath it is your semi-membranosus. Semi-membranosus, which is deep to the semi-tendinosus. All of these, the hamstrings, are hip extenders as well as knee flexors.
So they're also hip
Extensors. Yes. They're extending that hip.
Okay.
So go ahead and put the video on me. It's going to go ahead and help me extend that hip back right here.
Yeah.
But it's also helping me bend that knee right there.
Okay.
Knee flexor,
Okay.
hip extensor.
Okay.
And it's all part of the sciatic nerve is what feeds them. And it's this underneath, it's this long part right here, the sciatic nerve.
The sciatic nerve runs all the way up to the gluteus maximus.
Yes, which is what we're moving on to next.
Sorry, did I jump ahead?
Hip, no, that's perfect. Gluteus maximus is this big part right here. Right. Number 13 is going to be our gluteus medius. And typically underneath, which we cannot see here, is going to be our gluteus minimus. And there's a sciatic nerve running up to it. Now, I'm going to talk real briefly about sciatic. Sciatic nerve goes until here. Right here it splits, and you're going to have the tibial nerve, which is going straight down, and you're going to have the common peroneal nerve going towards the lateral.
Yep.
Which brings us to our plantar flexors, which is our gastrocnemius, soleus, and Achilles tendon. Our
That's the
gastrocnemius,
calf part of the leg.
yes. The gastrocnemius has two heads. You have a medial and a lateral. Underneath the gastrocnemius, which is 39, it's underneath both heads, is the soleus. Where they meet, down here at the calcaneus.
The soleus is this whole part, right?
Yes, and it's underneath the whole gastrocnemius.
Oh, okay, so it's really all the way around.
Yes,
Here. Okay.
just completely underneath.
Okay.
And they combine here at the Achilles tendon.
Okay.
The tendon connects what to what?
Muscle to bone.
Very well. And they're responsible for plantar flexus. Gastrocnemius, soleus, and Achilles tendon are responsible for plantar flexion. Next, we're going to have a ankle dorsiflexor, which is our tibialis anterior. We're going to locate the tibia, which is right here. So our tibialis anterior is this one right here. And that's going to be responsible for ankle dorsiflexion, which is also referred to as
true extension.
yes. It is powered by the deep peroneal nerve. And we're going to see it here when I remove the next one. We're going to be doing our hallux extender. Hallux stands for big toe. And our
Extensor hallucis longus.
extensor hallux longus, we're going to locate where it's at right here, move it up, and you're going to see it's going to be 44.
It's a little one inside.
Right, and you see it connects all the way to the big toe.
Okay.
If you look at the one next to it, 34, connects to all of them, and that's our extensor digitorum longus. We look underneath, here's our common peroneal nerve, and as the one that comes down here deep and goes underneath this tunnel to the big toe, that's going to be our deep peroneal nerve. And this one over here to the side is our superficial. As you can tell, it's going over this white stuff here superficially.
Superficial peroneal nerve.
Yes. Last, we're going to worry about our ankle eversion, or eversion. In our ankle eversion, you have two of them. You have peroneus, longus, and brevis. 35 is longus, 36 is brevis. They're essentially one big combined one. 36 is shorter, and they're responsible for our ankle eversion. An eversion movement is outward, so they're responsible for me moving my ankle out this way. The end.